Hi, I'm Lam. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we are here to talk all about the new Colourpop's Cosmetics Sweet Life collection, specifically the Sparkler Pressed Powder Eyeshadow Palette. If you're ready, let's get started. Before we begin, if you like my content, if you like my channel, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification button so that you will be notified whenever I post a new video. In the description box down below, there will be similar videos, products mentioned, and links to my social media. Today we are going to talk a little bit about the whole collection, then we'll dive into this palette specifically. We have seen this color story before. This is just another neutral palette. The important point is this so superior in the price point, in the formula, in the shades, in the pigmentation, that is worth picking up. This collection is called the Sweet Life collection, and it includes 6 eyeshadow quads. There is a citrus fizz, which contains yellow and gold shades, sorbet, which is pinks and purples, cream soda, rose golds and peaches, creamsicle, oranges and corals, mocktail, which has browns and oranges. Last but not least, the one I have right here is called Sparkler, which has bronzy and chocolate shades. Out of all of these palettes, the only one that caught my attention was Sparkler. Recently, I got the Praline eyeshadow quad from Viseart, and it's very similar to this color story except a little bit lighter, and there are some problems that I ran into with that palette. I have a full review. I will link up here and down in the description box. Make sure you check that out so you will see what I'm talking about, but I was craving a little bit more pigmentation, a little bit more depth. So when I saw this Sparkler Eyeshadow Quad from Colourpop Cosmetics, I was very excited because it seems like something that I was hoping for and didn't get with the Viseart Quad. And the question remains whether it has enough depth to work with my skin tone, basically, and work with someone who has deeper complexion than my skin tone. Even like some of the more poppy, like the oranges and the pinks in some of these quads are not that colorful. And you know, Colourpop has different collections, different palettes. I don't have anything to criticize Colourpop's here because they release constantly, basically. So there's always something for everyone every month, it seems like. But this collection, the Sweet Life collection, is for neutral lovers. This one is the deepest one, so I would say for it's targeted to medium and deeper complexion, and it has something that goes well with warm undertone, neutral undertone, olive undertone, cool undertone. So I am very happy with this collection. But now the Sparkler eyeshadow palette. This palette and the rest of them retails for $9 US each for 4 shades. That is a very good deal. It comes in just a plastic clear container. There are the shade names and information on the back. One shade, which is called Extra Bubbly, this shade right here, is not intended for use in the immediate eye area. So it has a lot of sparkles, a lot of glitter particles. You have to be careful. You have to know if you are very sensitive to glitter. If you are, then you shouldn't put this shade anywhere near your eyeballs. Basically, that's what it means, but I still use them. Glitter tend to be okay with my eyes anyway, so I'm not worried about that, but I'm glad that they clarify it's here because some people I know are very sensitive, so that's something to keep in mind. There are 2 metallic shades, that is Extra Bubbly and Sweet On. You have 2 matte, Seltzer and Cool Cola. 5.9 grams of shadow, which is 0.21 ounce. This is the Viseart Praline palette. This is one of the Petite 4, and it's very similar concept, and it has 6 grams or 0.21 ounce. So basically the same thing for a lot more money. That's about all the information I have to say. Now let's have the recorded voiceover Lam take over for the demo and the swatches, and then I'll be back to do the comparison with you. Let's go. Hello, this is recorded lamp showing you that I primed my eyes already. Now, first of all, let's get this shade called Seltzer, which is a medium deep transition shade. Oh, that's really pigmented. Oh, but I was able to blend it out nicely. Wow, it's very easy to blend actually. And I put a little bit here and there for definition. And of course, on the lower lash line, the outer half, I would say. And then after you do that, you get this beautiful medium bronze. This is my favorite kind of eyeshadow. And of course, it's so smooth. It's not super metallic, but it's definitely shimmery. And this, talking about metallic, this light to light medium bronze, golden bronze, is very, very metallic. And actually, this shade is called Extra Bubbly, and they actually don't recommend it for the eye area. Now I get the Cool Cola shade, which is a deep purpley brown, I would say. And then I just do like a blurry wing liner, and then I do the opposite liner on the lower lash line moment, and then add some mascara. And I would say, oh, now the lipstick. I have the review for this new Charlotte Tilbury Nude Romance Kissing lipstick. I will link it up and down in the description box, but basically it's a gorgeous nude and is perfect for this eye look. You will see soon. The whole face is like one of my favorite styles of makeup ever. Like you can literally do this any day, any time of the year. Now let's do some swatching. Look at this stunning palette. This is the most metallic shade, the shimmer bronze, the medium deep transition brown, and then this chocolatey deep rich brown. You can see this metallic shade is very crumbly. The formula reminds me of Natasha Denona. Yes, you heard me right. And probably VZR too, especially the shimmer shades. The matte is not as creamy as VZR matte, but it's very, very pigmented. This last shade right here, it's blendable. As you can see, it was a little bit streaky at first, but there we go. They're all blended out nicely on my bare hand, medium olive skin tone. Now that I have my glasses on, let's do some comparisons. First of all, I have two other Colourpop's eyeshadow palettes that I want to compare this palette to, and then we will do the main comparison, which is the Praline palette from VZR. The Going Coconut palette, clearly Going Coconut just doesn't have any depth compared to this to this eyeshadow quad. The only shade that is coming close to the depth is this one right here, Nutty. This is Cool Cola from the Sparkler quad. It is the driest shade in this quad, but I'm still able to blend it out and make it work, and the depth is just crazy amazing. And this is the nutty shade from Going Coconut. It does feel creamier, but it is not nearly as dark, and it is more of a grayish tone, very cool. This one is more like a purplish leaning deep brown. It does remind me of the Wild Child palette. You can see they're both very warm and very bronzy, and they both have amazing depth. Although they look similar, but I can only see truly two shades that are reminding me of each other. The first one is Feisty, very similar to Cool Cola, and Fierce right here, which is reminding me of the shade Extra Bubbly. Extra Bubbly from Sparkler, very creamy, very metallic. This is Fierce from Wild Child. Again, very similar texture and an amount of metallicness, but different in tone. This one clearly has more copper and leaning like warmer. Finally, we have Feisty to compare with Cool Cola. Feisty, very different. It's actually reminding me of Seltzer, so let's do that real quick. These two are more comparable actually, but Seltzer is a lot warmer. Feisty is kind of neutral and beigey when you swatch it next to Salsa, and I'm like amazed at how much depth this eyeshadow quad has. It's just crazy and I love it. Now this is the praline quad. Once they're side by side like this, I realized that they have the same theme but they're for different people. So the praline quad is for someone who has light to light medium skin. The sparkler quad from Colourpop is for someone who has light, medium, and deep skin, not for super light skin. And I have swatched them side by side. This is sparkler and this praline. You can see it's the same theme and they're both very bronzy, and actually the quality of the eyeshadows are very similar. They're both very creamy and they perform well. It's just the sparkler is just way more poppy, very deep, and has so much pigment, while this one is intended to be a lot softer and for a much lighter skin tone, much lighter complexion, and go for a much softer, everyday, natural, supernatural look. So yeah, they are not really comparable. They just remind me of each other when I see them. Like they're both in a quad form. They're both bronzy. I'm not sure what else to say beside the fact that I love this eyeshadow quad. There is nothing wrong with it. Every single shade in here makes me so happy. I think this is going to be a great palette for deeper complexion as well. I think if you are looking for a neutral eyeshadow quad, or you don't want complication, you don't want like to have choices, you just want something small, compact, and does its job and actually shows up on your eyes, this is the collection to go. It has all the undertones, all the colored stories that will make you happy. Whoever you are, if you are a neutral lover, you will find something you love from this collection. Now, I cannot speak on the quality of the shadows from the other quads from this collection because I don't have them. This sparkler quad is stunning. The driest shade is this Cool Cola, which is the deepest because it has so much pigment. So I completely understand that. Actually, these two are very similar. They are a little bit powdery. There's going to be a little bit of kickback. Still, I was able to blend them out and create this beautiful bronzy look. This is probably one of my favorite color story to put on my eyelids of all time, to be honest. If I were to create an eyeshadow palette, this is the story that I will probably go first. Like my first ever palette would probably be something very close to this color story. The metallic performs well. Like this shade looks pretty intense in the pan, but actually on my medium skin tone, I was still able to use it as like a highlight, and it's very sparkly, but it's not too glittery. You can still use it as just a very light layer and it will look very soft. This Sweet On shade, I love it. Seltzer's shade to be so intense. When I put it on my crease, I was like, oh my god, this is so much deeper than I thought it would be. And I was still able to blend it out beautifully. I don't have any other words. That's just it. There's not really a dupe for it anywhere in my collection. This is probably my most favorite eyeshadow quad right now. That's crazy to say. It's so versatile. I can go light with it by dipping my brush in lightly. I can go intense with it. And there are only 4 shades, very easy to use, $9, a steal. Highly recommend checking out this palette and this collection. Very happy with the quality. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you find it helpful. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of my eye look today and what you think of this palette. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and have a great day. I will see you in my next video. Until next time, please don't flop.